Welcome to another episode of Jack's Chat.
Question for you. So looking ahead, what are some of the emerging challenges or opportunities you see in accessible communications, considering things like media format, AI, and all the other things that we're kind of seeing on the horizon?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the big trends and where we're seeing a lot of folks gravitate towards in communications is definitely the AI side of things.
Right.
And it's pros and cons. Right. So from a pro perspective, it's able to assist people to write things in plain language, which maybe they struggle with, and write an active voice and shortening their sentences if need be, if they're 35 words long, and saying, all right, let's tidy this up a little bit. But the cons is that, if you ask any social media, AI platform to write a social media post, you're going to get it loaded with emojis. And emojis can become a hindrance. Not to say that they're not accessible. Yes, they each have their own alternative text, but that's dependent on the browser, platform, and device that it's being viewed on. So it might vary from browser device and platform to browser device and platform. And when you have it so loaded with emojis, it's just overwhelming to listen to, right?
Yeah.
Given that it has its own alt text. And we're seeing a lot of trends, or it's trending right now, where because the social media platforms themselves don't offer formatting options like adding bullets, for example, people are using emojis to add bullets, which, yes, visually it looks fun and dandy and like, oh, that's cute. But does the alt text actually describe what you wanted to describe? Is it being blended into the rest of the content? So now it's just garble, like you don't understand what the heck's going on. And that sort of thing. So yes, you can ask AI to then, remove emojis. But then people say, but I miss the emojis. I like that they have the emojis. So understanding how to use them accessibly, like at the end of the post, not replacing words, don't have it in between words. That big trend of when you're trying to get a point across where there's the clapping hands emoji in between each word. That is just, clapping hands, how clapping hands does clapping hands, this clapping hand sound. And just, so when I do training, I'll tell people, if you want to have that impact of that visual, make it an image and add alternative text to it, where it says, how does this sound, text reading, how does this sound, with clapping hands emoji in between each word. Oh, sounds so much better to hear than clapping hands 20 times.